Mahesh. In this session, we are going to solve examples of trains problems. Okay. I hope you have watched basics of time, speed, distance, and the basics of trains. Okay. If you have watched means, let's get started. The first question is: a train 250-meter long is running at the speed of 45 km per hour. Find the time taken by it to pass and standing near the railway line. We know that if a train passes a man means what is the length covered? The distance covered is distance of the train itself, because we will not consider the length of the man, which is not in meters. So here the question is, a train is passing a man who is standing near the railway line. So distance covered is 250 meter, that length of the train alone. Speed is train speed. There is no speed for man. So train speed. What is the speed? 45 kilometer per hour. Next, time taken is what the question, right? Find the time taken by it to pass the man who is standing along the railway line is the question. Here we have all the three, then the solution is with us. So you can convert this into meter per second to find out the answer. So how will you convert from kilometer per hour to meter per second, which is nothing but into 5 by 18. So the value given is 45 kilometer per hour. 45 kilometer per hour into 5 by 18 will give you meter per second value. So cancel this. How many times you can cancel? So 9, you can cancel with 9. 2 times of 9 is 18. 5 times of 9 is 45. So 5 into 5, 25 by 2 meter per second, which is nothing but 25 meter it could cover. The train can cover 25 meter in 2 seconds. So then how many meters you have to cover to cross the man? 250 meter. Then using unknown, you can solve the answer. So 25 meter, 2 seconds, 250 meter in directly without fixing unknown, you can answer, because 25 meter in 2 seconds means 250 meter in how many seconds? Obviously, it's 20 seconds. So answer is, time taken is 20 seconds. The train takes 20 seconds to cross the man with the speed of 45 km per hour. Okay, let's move on to the next question. A train is moving at a speed of 90 km per hour. If the length of the train is 150 meters, how long will it take to cross a railway platform 175 meters long? A train is crossing a railway platform. Then distance. What is the distance? First thing you have to do is you have to take it down. Distance covered. So if a train is crossing a railway platform means what is the distance covered? Distance of length of the train plus platform's length, because two objects are having length in meter. So we have to take those two lengths. So what is the answer? 150 meter plus 175 meter, which is equal, what is the total? 325 meter. So the train should cover 325 meter. What is the speed here? Speed of the train and platform, only the train has the speed. What is its speed? 90 km per hour. 90 km per hour. The question is to find the time take. How long will it take to cross? So how long? Which is nothing but time. Same kind of question, but here we are finding with the platform length. Okay, that's it. What you will do? Obviously, the first step is you have to convert this into meter per second, because you have to find the meter value. So convert 90 km per hour into meter per second. So what you will do? 5 by 18. So cancelling this, what you will get? 19. How many times of 18 is there in 90? 5 times. So answer is 25 meter per second. For every second, the train moves 25 meter. And what is the length should be covered? The length covered is 325 meter. So 25 meter, I know that 25 meter in 1 second. So substituting in unknown, you will get the answer. So what is numerator? We know that 325, which is what I need to find, divided by 25. So into 1, we can write it or not. So anyway, that won't change. So cancel this. How many times of 25 is there in 325? In 32, 1 times Remaining 7 in 75 3 times. So answer is 13 seconds. So the train takes 13 seconds to cross a platform of length 175 meter and the train's length is 150 meter. Okay, that's all. Let's move on to the next question. Next question is a train with length 200 meter crosses a man in 12 seconds. What is the speed of the train? So here, if the question is about what is the speed of the train, you will have in options. If the answer is in option is meter per second means then you have to find meter per second, or else you have to find always kilometer per hour. In this case, we have to find kilometer per hour. So I know the length and then the time taken. I have to find the speed. So distance is 200 meter. Because man's length will not be considered because man's length is less than 1 meter. So speed is what we have to find and time taken is 12 seconds. We have that. Okay. Speed is nothing but distance by time. We know that. Here distance by time means what you will get 200 meter in 12 seconds. So how will you convert meter per second to kilometer per hour? The opposite of this value. What you are doing here, to convert from kilometer to meter per second, you are multiplying 5 by 18. Here you have to multiply the opposite one. What is 5 by 18's opposite? Inverse, 18 by 5. Cancelling this, you will get the answer. That answer is the speed of the train in kilometer per hour. So cancel this. So how many times of 5 is there in 200? So 20 in 24 times, so 40 times. So in 12, so 2 times of 6 is there. Here 3 times of 6 is there. So 2 and 40 could be cancelled, 20. So 20 into 3, 60 kilometer per hour. What is the speed of the train? Which is 60 kilometer per hour. If the question is about in meter per second, if the question is about meter per second, you don't need to multiply 18 by 5. Just cancel 200 by 12. What you will get? 200 meter by 12 seconds. What you will get? So cancelling this. How many times of 2 is there in both? So here 6 times of 2. Here you have 100 times of 2. Again you could cancel 3 and then 50. So 50 meter in 3 seconds. Or else 50 by 3, what you will get? 16.66 meter per second. If the question is about meter per second. Here the question, they haven't give you anything to find out, measure the speed. So obviously you have to do kilometer per hour. Done? Okay. Last question. Two trains started at the same time from two stations towards each other. Their speeds are 72 km per hour and 64 km per hour respectively. By the time the two trains meet, one had covered 72 km more than the other. What is the distance between the two stations? Definitely we know the one train will have covered more than the other because both are speeds different. This is 72 km per hour and 64 km per hour. First we have to take it down distance, speed and time. So what is the distance here? That is what we have to find. Distance is what we have to find. We don't know between two stations. And we know speed. What is the speed? 72 km per hour and 64 km per hour, which is nothing but 72 plus 64 together the speed. So what you will get? 136 km per hour. Because opposite direction you have to add the speeds. And we have the difference in the distance. So time also we don't have. So which means you have to use ratios to find out this. What is the ratio of the speeds of two trains? I am taking train 1 and train 2. Speeds are in the ratio. What is the speeds? Because if you have time means then easily you could find the distance. You don't have time. You have only the relative speed and the difference between the speed, distance covered by both the trains. So then you cannot find out with this method. Then you have to find the ratio. So train 1 is 72 km per hour and train 2 is 64 km per hour. Ratio, find out the ratio. What is the ratio? So cancelling this, what you will get? So 9 times of 8 is here, 8 times of 8 is here. So 9x, 8x is their speeds. What is the difference between them? in covering the distance 72 kilometer. So this is 1x which is given 72 kilometer. 9x speed it could cover certain distance. In 8x speed it could cover certain distance. If the difference is 72 kilometer means, so 1x is 72 kilometer. The difference is 1x. 1x is 72 kilometer. Total distance means together both the trains covered. What is both the trains covered? 1x is 72. 9x plus 8x. So both the trains together 9 plus 8, 17x. So you need to find 17x. You have the value for 1x. 1x value is 72 kilometer, which is nothing but 17 times of 72 is the answer. What is 17 times of 72? In unknown known, if you want to write unknown known, so 17x is what you have to find. You have the value for 1x, which is 72. So cancel this. 17 times of 72. So 10 times of 72 is 720. We have to write like that. So 10 times of 72 is 720. 5 times of 72 is 360. So half of this, right? Again 2 times of 72 is 144. When you add all this, you will get 1080 plus 1180, 1224. So answer is 1224 kilometer. This is the distance between two stations. Okay. Here, if you have time means, then automatically you could find. If you have time as 10 minutes means, then you will find 10 minutes distance covered in the speed of 136 km per hour. But we don't have time as well as distance. Then obviously the one last chance we have is ratio values. So finding through ratio. That's all.